Hello everybody, I'm Grant Archibald, I'm the Chief Executive of NHS Tayside. I said when I first started these presentations that when we were thanking staff, it really is impossible to thank every department and everyone who's making such a contribution to helping us deal with the demands of patients and others. But I think it's really important that we continue to give you examples. So if I might start, if we consider our pharmacy services, which is a huge part of the work that we're conducting at the moment. So in respect of our own NHS Tayside pharmacy, they've made a Herculean effort to make sure that all the essential supplies of drugs and other necessary items are supplied to the wards on time and to the departments all across the Tayside area. In terms of the pharmacy special services, to understand, although that service is based on 9 Wells, it supplies not only the whole of Scotland but also on occasions the whole of the UK. They've been supplying essential items such as steroids and inhalers that are helping us deal with the COVID-19 coronavirus across Scotland, but also very importantly, in a clear area of innovation, the department there came up with a saccharin product that allows us to test the masks that need to be fitted under the FFP3 testing arrangements, and it's now being rolled out right across the whole of the UK, and we're indeed supplying services to the whole of the UK. And the final area in terms of pharmacy are the community pharmacists that made sure that people can receive advice, support, guidance and their drugs in their local communities and therefore do not require to come to hospital. Another area I'd like to highlight is the great work that's been done by procurement. The whole issue of ordering supplies for an organisation as vast as NHS Tayside is challenging at any time of year. But to do so in the current climate, where we all know, even from our supermarket experiences, that supply chains are very much challenged across the world, they are dealing with literally hundreds of thousands of items a week, and it is a vast and complex task. So having talked about the pharmacy department and also having talked about procurement, I think it's really important we recognise the challenge in getting all those items to the right people at the right time. And key in that are a whole army of people I'd like to recognise. So colleagues who are working in the loading bays at 9 Wells, at Perth and at our other sites, all our drivers who are making sure that the items go out all across the Tayside area and get there on time, and then the local portering and stores departments as well, but ensuring the delivery gets right to the point of use. I'd also like to talk about our redeployment arrangements, and here I am standing on what was the catering department, or at least the dining room, on level 9 at 9 Wells, and that's now been converted into a redeployment centre. So the department I have behind me and colleagues next door are working on all those members of staff who have volunteered to say that they would be willing to work in other areas. The key thing we want to do is match your enthusiasm to help us with our ability to get you to the right place. And therefore that's why this department has been created. And maybe if we take some of the examples that have been going on, and several of these are in the area of AHPs, and particularly I'd like to recognise the podiatrists who, through their experience of diabetes, etc., are expert in wound management. They've been going out and helping district nurses in the same area. So that's a really positive step. The second area is musculoskeletal physiotherapists who, because the clinics have been stood down, are now working in some of our minor injury units, and again applying their skills to a different environment and adapting what they can do for us to match the need that's presenting itself. Finally, our dietitians who, recognising that while coronavirus is with us, there is a whole number of people in the environment who have ongoing chronic conditions who need advice and guidance and would normally come to hospital for that. And the dietitians have been able to do that by video conferencing with the patients directly. So again, innovation, adaptability and commitment. Because we're not allowed to travel at the moment, it's impossible for us to come and visit departments and to take film of what you're doing and represent the work that's going on right across Tayside. So could I ask you, please, to send in any photographs or video you've taken, and we'll manage that and put it into the broadcasts that we're putting out so that the public and the patients understand that this is a whole system approach and it's about the whole of Tayside and everybody working together. And the very last thing is to the public, the community, the patients of Tayside. Can I say thank you? Because you've acted so responsibly and so understandingly. Well, can we ask you to continue with that same attitude you've adopted going into this weekend and into next week? It's so important that if you, our community, act in the ways that we've been asking people to do, then that will help us provide services to the most needy patients, to those that require our care. So can I ask you please to stay home, protect the NHS, save lives, and thank you all.